Don't get me wrong, I like Benson Boone's studio recordings well enough, but his live performances, every single one of them I have watched, I have just been blown away by, and for different reasons. Sometimes he's flipping off pianos. Sometimes he's interacting with the audience in a way that's just, so professional and engaging beyond such a young and relatively inexperienced performer. So, when you guys alerted me that he had covered Adele and that it was live and raw, I can't resist.
Everybody loves the things you do, from the way that you talk to the way you move. And everybody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true.
So incredibly beautiful. I love that we're hearing the mic, but in the context of the venue. We're hearing the live production. We're not hearing any doctoring. This is pretty cool. I want to go back and talk about his approach to his vocal weight here at the beginning. This is a high song, and he's singing it in the original key. So he's going to have to do things with his voice as a male and as someone who has a lower voice than Adele, although not much lower. They're pretty close. He's going to have to do things strategically here in the beginning, and he already is, to make this performance his own and to budget his way through it.
Everybody loves the things you do.
Right there. This is not everybody loves the things you do. It's not just notes. It's not one dynamic. Listen to what happens on do.
Everybody loves the things you do.
Everybody loves the things you do. He's in head voice. He's descending a line. The very first line of the song that he's performing live. He starts a little weightier. Everybody loves the things you do. And then by the end of the line, he's in head voice. This is dual purpose. Number one, we want to be dynamic. We want to be connected and expressive with our voice. But two, we want to be able to back off breath pressure at any moment. And we want to have that built into our muscle memory when we're singing songs that are high. He's doing it from the very beginning. Smart, smart, smart.
From the way that you talk to the way you move.
There again. And the way you move. So quiet. There's this aspect of him being in his chest voice and head voice. And using his vibrato to create a journey between those two registers. Lots of vocal weight balancing and manipulation.
And everybody here is watching you.
Again, everybody here is No. Everybody here is watching. Be heavy where you can be. Be light where you want to be.
And everybody here is watching you.
And even on you, right? How he takes that run, starts in his chest, and he's in his head. He's constantly fluctuating between the two.
Here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true.
Beautiful, beautiful.
But if by chance you're here alone,
Love his
can
vibrato.
I have a moment before I go?
It's interesting. He has warmed up to this song before that actually sounds a bit low for him. I know it's not, but sometimes when you're really amped up to sing a song that's high, or you've been singing lots of songs before it, sometimes you lose a little bit of resonance in your lower range, and I can hear a little bit of that happening. Totally normal in a live setting.
I have a moment before I go. 'Cause I've been by myself all night long. I'm hoping you're someone I used to know. You look like a moon.
Oh, there he did it again.
You look like a movie.
Really exaggerated. You look like a movie. Really in and then quiet. But he's going down in pitch. It's so counter to what most people think of when they think of hitting notes, right? Oh, the higher notes need to be in head voice because I can't quite hit those. He's flipped that on his head. He's a masterful performer, masterful when it comes to coordinating his voice. If you'd like help working some of these coordinations into your own voice, this stuff is practicable and learnable. Yeah, you're not going to sound like Benson Boone, but you're going to sound like a way better version of yourself if you commit to practicing this kind of thing. And if you'd like help doing that, click the link below in the pinned comment or video description and join my free singing course. I'll help you do things with your voice you never thought you could to get sounds out of it you never thought you could make.
You look like a movie. You sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad and getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song.
All right, let's talk about this chorus and his approach.
You look like a movie. You sound like a song. My God, this reminds me.
On God.
My God, this reminds me.
Notice, it's just God. It's not my or reminds. This is key for anybody wanting to add some of these distortion or more aggressive effects. Very rarely do we hear someone turn a distortion effect on in their voice, coordination on, and leave it on. It's just as dynamic as vibrato. It's just as dynamic as the vocal weight I was talking about earlier. And it's a component of vocal weight.
My God, this reminds me.
Now, if we just isolate God, hit the note, God, God, but we can see him doing something very interesting. He actually throws the resonance back. It's much more of a soft palate. It's not God. It's not a belt. God, 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 God. Right? Then we're going to add a buzzer sound, which is going to activate our false chords, which are these little things above our primary chords. God, God, God. There's this distortion, this harmonic distortion on it. That's the area above my primary chords, creating movement. And then we combine it with a well-placed, differently placed, my, and then reminds me. So we're just going to omit God and then have my reminds. My reminds me. Now we add the buzzer coordination. My God, this reminds me. Just one note. He does that all the time. And he's doing it more here in various places. But we get this idea that he's entered a new domain with his voice because of the energy, not because he's using distortion the whole time.
When we were young, let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time.
Just on case and just a little bit. In case it is the last time. He's a little bit more open than what I just did. But the idea is that in is lighter, and he really leans into that open, puts a little bit of that false chord squeeze on it.
Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized.
On were. Notice how he opens that up so much. It's not who we were, it's who we were. Yeah. And there again, there's another one of those variances that's simultaneously saving his voice. He's not just wide open like I just demonstrated. not just doing that the whole time. There's this, no, then we will. It's a very different sound, right? It's almost this yawn. He's lengthening his vocal tract. He's cleaning up. Subjecting your vocal apparatus to lots of different postures is very similar to during a workout using lots of different muscles in different ways to increase your endurance.
It was just like a movie. It was just like a song.
Oh, yeah.
And I was so scared to face my fear. 'Cause nobody told me.
There's that wonderful head voice, chest voice, vibrato interplay.
It should be here. And that's where you moved overseas.
Yes.
That's what you said when you left me. You still look like a movie. You still sound like a song.
Listen to that. So very like forward belted. There's not many of those notes though. A lot of them are back, a little bit placed more nasal, and they're compressed. Na, 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 versus oh. The fact we have both is what is making it work. If he was doing the whole thing like this, movies, so it wouldn't be near as interesting. And if it was all like this, he would just be this sort of whiny weirdo.
You still sound like a song. My God, this reminds me that when we were young, let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized.
Okay, he's unloading here in terms of energy. He's much more consistent now in this area. He's existing there more consistently than we've heard him so far. He knows his vocal budget. He knows when he needs to back off. He's been saving for this moment.
Be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad and getting old. It made us restless. It was
Again, that on that old, that's so important. Getting old! No, getting old! Yes. It's both interesting and takes his vocal apparatus and gives it a slightly, he's approaching it from a slightly different angle. He's giving himself a little bit of a break.
getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. When we were young.
Yes. Head voice again there.
When we were young, when we were young.
So you can even hear him interacting with the echo in the room, right? The "we were young," having his voice resonate and be extra sharp and belty on young. When I'm doing it in a dry studio room, it doesn't quite have the same effect, but you still get that idea of like these frequencies are gonna pop out and they're going to rattle this auditorium. That's a fun feeling.
When we were young, when we were young, when we were young, it's hard to admit.
Shout out to the background singers and instrumentalists.
It's hard to admit everything just takes me.
Everything.
Hard to admit everything just takes me back to when you were there. When you were there. And a part of me keeps holding on just in case it hasn't gone. I guess I still care. Do you still care? It was just like a movie, and it was just like a song. My God, this reminded me.
He has such a wonderful control over his heat. and wait. You can bring that in so subtly. That takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of introspection and feeling the way your voice wants to work and the way you want it to work.
My God, this reminds me of when we were young.
Yes! Let's hear that a few more times.
Of when we were young.
Yes, the climax of the entire piece right here. What's really interesting, there's some subtle things he's doing to make this easier on himself while selling it, and he totally sold it, as the climax that it really is. Listen to the note just before it, and then listen to the transition between the note just before it and the really awesome high note.
Of when we were young.
When we were young, very weighty, very forward, a little darker. When I do it, I feel it resonating right behind my front teeth. Young! No nasality necessarily. Then, that one, it's brightened up a little bit. I'm going to exaggerate it. Notice, it's not, it's lighter and it's placed a little bit further back. So he's setting himself up to go lighter even as he goes higher. And we actually hear a bit of a break that he masks with an H.
Of when we were young.
And you have all the wonderful resonance of the auditorium behind him. But if we are going to put this in 3 different stages, we have the belted note, then we have the mixed note, which is that sort of cry sound. And then he sighs into the and then adds quite a bit of support there. So once he gets it right after the H, he adds a bit more breath pressure into it to turn it into a mixed note. But that's how he approaches that high note. This is chest, mix, cry, head, And we can loosely play with our own voice, adjusting the different coordinations, bringing them in at different times, while holding loosely what we're actually going to sound like, and we might come up with something pretty cool. When we were young. Notice I'm going in and out of different coordinations to get these notes. It's not all one approach. Could try something different. When we were young. There, I actually went, I put the H on the middle note and then let myself carry up to the higher note and added more weight there. The point of experimenting here for me isn't to be like, look, I can do what Benson can do. I can't. But I can take inspiration from what he's doing, and I am inspired by what he does with his voice. And I can see how it works within the limitations and coordinations of my own voice and learn in the process. When you're doing this stuff, don't be like, oh, I can't do it like Benson Boone. It's okay. Do what you can, experiment non-judgmentally, work with these different placements and different ideas that you have, feel things out, and press record. You never know what you might get.
Remind me of when we were young.
That's a pretty cried note. It's not. There's that.
Let me photograph you in this light in case it is the last time that we find exactly like we were before we realized we were
Beautiful.
sad again.
He got that slide. Getting old. I love that about Adele's version too. He nailed that. Look at his mouth there. He kind of put it over to the side as he's growled into that note. Here. Beautiful. Just beautiful.
And it was just like a song when we were Thank you. Wow, that is a high song. Wow.
Wow, that is a high song? Is that what he said?
Wow, that is a high song. Wow.
Yes, but you killed it. Wow. Yes, wow. What a performer. It's not just a great voice. He has such a wonderful performance presence about him. I've noticed since this one came out, there's actually been a couple other American Heart Tour live covers that have come out. Let me know if you'd like to do any of those. In the meantime, here are some more Benson Boone videos for you to check out. And again, if you would like help working with your own voice to unlock all sorts of things you never thought you could possibly do, click that link below in the pinned comment or video description and join my free singing course. We'll see you for more.